Okay, so data tables. Let's take a look at an example that we have set up on the demo site. And I'm just going to demo data tables before the update. So essentially, this update really makes a massive difference when it comes to user experience, because it's essentially speeding up data tables massively. But to really see the difference, let's take a look at what data tables was like before the update. So for example, if I search for an industry here, say internet, click search, you can see that it takes a little moment for the view to load and for that data to be displayed. And yeah, that's the same for the field filters here. If I just put something in here, you can see we have a little loading data sign.
And
That's
what this is
because,
doing,
yeah,
what this is doing every time you make a change, it's asking the server, hey, I have a new search that I want to perform. Please let me know what entries match with the search. It queries the database responds, the result gets rendered and then displayed. That all takes some time. And it's faster on faster servers, it's a little slower on slower servers, but it takes time to do that round trip.
exactly. So one of the big features that we've added in the new update is the ability to preload data in your view, which makes this searching and filtering process basically instant. So let's go to the back end here. This is the view editor of the view that I just was showing. If we scroll down to the settings here, and we just come and click on the data tables tab, and if we scroll down a little bit, you can see we've added a new option here, data processing mode. So by default, data tables uses AJAX here, which was like Zack was talking about. Every time we're performing a search or filtering something, it's sending a request to the server to bring that data over. And we've added a new option here for preloading data. And this is using client-side processing. So let me go ahead and enable that and update the view. And then we'll see what kind of difference that makes. If I refresh here, might take a little bit. When I'm sharing my screen, things tend to slow down a bit. All right, here we go. So I'm going to perform the same search as I did before on industry. Click search, boom, updates instantly. And it's the same with the field filters. So we can kind of filter here. You can see that the view updates instantly.
I'm just shaking my head because I love it so much. It's it's always so satisfying.
Yeah, it's super satisfying. It makes for an amazing user experience. And it also makes the whole process of searching and drilling down into your data just so much quicker and easier than it was before.
Yeah. And one of the nice things is that even responsive columns. So if you on the left there, there's a plus sign, and that plus sign shows that there are some other columns that aren't being shown because the window's not big enough. Even that data is being searched. Oh, well, in this case, it's not meaningful data, but even that data is being searched, which is nice. You can combine
Yeah,
field
totally.
filters. And Casey, what's the difference between you have the search bar on top and then the field filters on in the table itself? Can you talk a little bit about what the difference is between those two?
Yeah, great question. So essentially what the field filters are doing are allowing you to drill down into the data that's been returned by the search that you're performing with the search bar. So for the search bar, we're searching across um, all the data in the form that has been added to the view, whereas the field filters are drilling down into the data that's been returned by that search. So for example, if I search for the internet industry here in the search bar, you can see that returns just all the businesses in that industry. And then, for example, if I wanted to drill down into that even more and add a city here, it would just return results within that set already.
So one of the really cool things you can do with field filters that you can't do with our search bar is searching custom content, which is a very common request that we have. That's possible when you use client-side processing, and that's a new functionality that hasn't been possible with any other GravityView layout. Hasn't been possible before with data tables. So if you have a custom content field with merge tags in your own structures and then you can finally search that using this functionality with the new data tables update.
Yeah, great point.